Welcome to Island Paulsboro. This week's program comes to you from the second floor of the historic Hill Theater Studio on Broad Street in Paulsboro. We're in the green room. We've done a number of shows from here. It's a strange day outside, Irma. Ice,
snow, rain. Mother Nature got back at us, Johnny, after the last two warm winters.
You're right about that. We have a fun show for you. Dawn Leeds is an attorney here in town, has an office also in Burlington County. Is going to join us and tell us about her practice. Hugh Carruthers, one of the partners of Spartan Planning, a longtime sponsor, is coming on to talk about umbrella coverage, not the kind for rain, but for your house. Joe Owens joins us. He's the publisher of the South Jersey Times to talk about the direction the paper is going, a very important part of everyone's day here in Gloucester County. So it should be interesting, and maybe a surprise or two. We never know. We'll be right back.
Multi-policy discount, paperless discount, paid in full discount, homeowners discount, safe driver discount, chipmunk family reunion, someone stole the nuts, squirrel jail, justice.
Countless discounts. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice. Think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like TrueTest paints, Master Mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and Rug Doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice. Think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Beth McBride Foley and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
Welcome back. Our program continues. As I mentioned at the top of the show, Joe Owens is joining us now. He's the publisher of the South Jersey Times, formerly the Gloucester County Times, and as Irma reminded all of us, formerly the Woodbury Daily Times, I think. Correct, Irma? Going back many years ago. Well, Joe, welcome. You've actually been settled for a period of time now. The paper's important for a lot of reasons, but you're steering the operation through interesting times as you now straddle your electronic and your print.
NJ.com, you didn't mention that, but it's multiple platforms. We're a media company. We were for many years a newspaper company. We still produce a newspaper. It's a very important part of what we do, but we're multimedia. We're online, we're video, we're audio. Our salespeople have a lot of different solutions to help local businesses. We provide access to ad networks online. We have a mobile product that's very important. And we are South Jersey. I think that's really the core of it, is whether it's the paper or whether it's the digital version of what we do. We're local news. We're local news and photography and sports and features. We're all about people in our communities like Paulsboro, and that's both in print and online.
And Joe, your footprint is pretty big. People may not realize, but the South Jersey Times is part of a bigger family of publications. And in this case, you have now coordinated both the Bridgeton Evening News, Salem Sunbeam.
Yep. We are in 4 counties in South Jersey. The South Jersey Media Group, aside from NJ.com, it was 3 newspapers, the News of Cumberland County, today's Sunbeam in Salem, and the Gloucester County Times. And a little more than a year ago, we combined our operations and became the South Jersey Times. We have a Gloucester County edition in the north, and we have a South edition, so there's news tailored to those communities. But we feel like we have a good amount of resources that are dedicated to cover our local communities in South Jersey.
It's a big job to put something out 7 days a week. You're working 24/7. You've got some good veterans with you. Bob Shyrock is still there. I think the papers over the years has had a real history of attracting young talent with regards to reporter skills.
There's no doubt about it, and I can't believe you didn't mention Tim Hawk, who happens to be in the room, who's been a veteran photojournalist.
I didn't realize you knew him.
But yeah, young people too. I mean, we have a good mix. Rebecca Forand is a good example. She's a Paulsboro person, a longtime staff member who's contributes, and there's so many. And it's one of the things that is refreshing to me is that young people are still interested in our business, which is such an exciting business and such an important one. As you know, we provide a service that is crucial to our communities. I think about what's happened here in Paulsboro when you go back a year or so ago to the train wreck, and our group was right on top of it at 7 a.m. I believe it was when that happened, or 6 something. And we had photos and videos and stories online by the time anybody knew about it, and they were turning to us for news and information on something that was very serious and very important in our communities. And that makes you feel good that you can be a part of the community like that.
Joe, the next thought is something we've spoken about from time to time. The business model continues to change. I generally get to see the paper online just because of my schedule. But that is a real transition, isn't it? Because you've got a big presence online, and as you said, you still print.
You have a heavy schedule?
I do. And by the way, it's hard for me to read. Pictures are better.
Yeah, our industry has transitioned a lot. You know, what it once was is not what it is now. But we've worked hard to transition to a new model. A lot of this was happening in our industry at the same time that the economy was having struggles, and so it was sort of the perfect storm for our industry. So it was a double whammy of sorts. But we're finding our way in a big way in what we do. And as I said, the digital version of what we do is really representative of what we do in print. And it has a greater immediacy. We're able to serve people right away.
I check it several times a day, and it's helpful for a lot of reasons. We've been visiting with Joe Owens, and we thought that you may enjoy this segment because for those small business people out there, and you think of how you're advertising, you're watching us now electronically, the paper is a great vehicle to reach the same group in an on-time, quick basis. We had a lot of success with it, frankly, in the political campaign stuff with the electronic stuff. Point is, the paper of record is still the South Jersey Times for the viewing audience we serve, and staffed by very dedicated people. If you've got news, call them. They may even print it. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
Welcome back. We hope you're enjoying the program, and wherever you are. Of course, this will air on Friday. We're between storms. We don't know what's coming Sunday, but then again, we never know what's coming. So, as I like to say, they put roofs on houses for a reason. With me now is Dawn Leeds. She is an attorney. She maintains an office both in Paulsboro and still Marlton, Dawn?
In Marlton.
And still Marlton as well. We're very pleased that she's in town. And as we were saying before the camera was rolling, people don't think about the services of an attorney often until you really need an attorney. So we thought a visit with Dawn would be good, because you'll get a sense of the scope of her practice. So should that occasion come where you need an attorney for basic things or maybe something complicated, you'll know someone that you can call on who's friendly. So Dawn, first of all, welcome, and we appreciate the fact that you're in town. You've been here how many years now?
Since 2006, I've been here.
That's 8 years suddenly.
Yes, it is. Most people don't even know I'm here. People every day say to me, "Oh, you're in Paulsboro?" I live in Paulsboro. I didn't know there was an attorney in Paulsboro. So,
and the scope of practice, I mentioned, your website is comprehensive. Your range, you seem to offer a wide range.
we do anything the average person would need, we'll do for you. Most people need real estate attorneys, need family attorneys. They'll need their wills done. They're having a problem with a neighbor. We do all that type of stuff. Anything complicated, we'll send you on. Instead of a general practitioner doctor, you go to a specialist. Same thing with an attorney. We're a general practitioner attorney for you.
That's actually a very good analogy, because as I looked at the website, and I thought it was very easy to read, and I saw from matrimonial to family. Family is complicated, isn't it?
It is, and unfortunately, it's everything from restraining orders to alimony issues to divorces to custody issues. We do a whole slew of it.
Now, you're a single practitioner at the moment?
I am, yes. I came from a larger firm, had 32 attorneys inside it because I had small kids. I wanted to go out on my own and do my own thing so I could be home more for my kids.
We're very, very happy you're here. Gloucester County has a rich roster of very good attorneys. And as I said at the top of the program, when you need an attorney, you want to have someone you can feel comfortable with and someone you can trust. It's very important because whether it's a simple will, I guess they're never simple, or other circumstances, it's not easy stuff.
No, it's not. I mean, the nice thing about our practice is a little unique from other practices. We do what's called prepaid legal services. Most people didn't know it exists. We originally came to Paulsboro because the refinery had a prepaid legal program. Okay. So what happens is almost like a health insurance, you pay for legal insurance. So instead of paying an attorney when you hit that point in your life where you need a will, you need a traffic violation, you're getting in the middle of a divorce, your insurance will cover it for you. So right now we cover 17 different plans, including AARP, all the way through the plans that the refinery has. So they actually come to me, the claim will refer them to me, I'll handle it, and I'll build the insurance company.
That's fascinating. Yeah. You would think myself, being as a lawmaker and having worked with attorneys so many years, I didn't realize that. I mean, I knew you had a relationship with the refinery, but I didn't realize it came in by way of that kind of process.
Yeah, most people don't know it exists, but it's like I say, it's a timeshare. You use it, it's wonderful. You don't use it, it's not worth it. But it's very prevalent now. Because I have 17 different plans, every year I get a bigger and bigger roster of who actually is included. Almost all big companies have it now. All the refineries have it. All the hospitals have it. It's a nice benefit for them to have.
Now, can an individual buy that?
Yes, you can. And because I said there's 17 different plans, just like regular health insurance. You go out and buy legal insurance, go online, search it. Hyatt Legal Plan is one of the biggest ones. It's what the refinery has now. But it's nice because it covers everything. You get a traffic ticket, your son gets a traffic ticket. It's covered in full.
That's fascinating. Hugh Carruthers is going to be on next from Spartan Planning. I've got to ask him if he's selling.
I don't know if he does that kind of insurance, but he probably should.
He sold me every other kind of insurance that there is. I'm surprised he didn't sell me legal insurance. Dawn, how about telephone numbers, website information if people should want to come see you?
Our telephone number is very easy. It's 224-9000. Our website is dleedslaw.com. And we're right across the street from the police departments. We're easy to find as well.
That's very good. Well, let's hope I'm only seeing you doing social circles and TV tapings. Thank you, Dawn, very much. And thanks for walking over. We'll be right back.
Multi-policy discount. Paperless discount. Paid in full discount. Homeowners discount. Safe driver discount. Chipmunk family reunion. Someone stole the nuts. Squirrel jail. Justice.
Countless discounts. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice. Think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like True Test paints, master mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and rug doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice. Think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Beth McBride Foley and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
We continue with our spotlight on Paulsboro business today. We just visited with Dawn, who is a local attorney serving the whole area, of course, but happens to be based here in Paulsboro, as well as an office in Marlton, Burlington County. Now, Hugh Carruthers joins us. He and his brother John, as long as his father Jim, operate Spartan Planning. Been a long-time sponsor of the show and a very good friend and good neighbor here on Broad Street. Keep a beautiful building. So you welcome. We pried you out of the office to come on. Insurance is complicated. I mean, Dawn just mentioned on the legal stuff. A homeowner's policy, as I talked to you yesterday about maybe coming on the show, we talked about umbrella coverage. So people have a homeowner's policy. What is an additional umbrella coverage, and what's the value to it?
A lot of people don't realize extra protection is called a personal umbrella policy. And what that does is protects you against future lawsuits, your assets, and your future earnings.
So what would that mean? I mean, would that cover for the contractors working at the house? What does that do?
Well, the personal umbrella policy extends liability coverage above, say, your personal automobile policy and your homeowner's coverage. So you had the underlying liability policy, under your homeowners and your auto. And then if you had a big lawsuit, that's where the personal umbrella policy would kick in.
Give those that are watching an idea of what those circumstances could be.
One circumstance is you have a youthful operator. They drive to the movies, have friends in the car, they have an accident, and someone was severely injured, and there's a big lawsuit. Usually under your automobile, you have maybe limits up to $250,000, $500,000, and if you have $1 million lawsuit, that's going to pay up to that limit, then you're going to be responsible, and that's where the personal umbrella policy would step in to make up that difference.
Is it an expensive addition?
It's very inexpensive for the amount of coverage you get. Personal umbrella policies start at $1 million, and the average, say, one home, 2 cars, you'd be looking at $150 to $182 a year.
To pick up that additional coverage.
Correct.
And again, this is another topic, just like when we visited with Dawn, you don't think about an attorney till you need one. Your insurance policy, I'm very guilty of this. You don't tend to read it because, first of all, it's hard to read. And second of all, you don't often find out what's in it till you need it. And I'm sure you get that all the time when people call and say, am I covered? So along those lines of stuff that should be considered, rental, people that rent property, people that are tenants, there's a thing called renter's insurance. And how does that work?
Correct. And what that renter's insurance does is protect your personal belongings and also provides liability coverage, in event of a lawsuit.
And that's also, I ask that question because many people I know rent don't have any insurance at all. So if there should be a fire at that building, if your home should be broken into, the people that own the properties, coverage is going to just be for them, correct, Jim?
Correct. It's only going to cover their building, so you should have a renter's policy to actually protect your contents in event of a loss.
Is that a complicated policy, an expensive policy?
Not at all. Usually starting at $25,000 worth of coverage, you're looking $150, $182. Very expensive coverage.
That I only bring that topic to discussion because for that kind of money, for the additional protection, probably not a bad thought. The last thing on insurance for this particular segment, I was going to talk about the car rental stuff. When I travel, for example, we rent a car. Someone rents a car. Does my car insurance come with me?
You do have to check, with your actual carrier because some carriers do extend it and others do not. If it does extend it, it would provide for the comp and collision in that rental vehicle. Whatever your deductibles are would apply. So if you did have a loss, your deductibles still apply.
The reason I ask because I can rent a car for $36.95 at the airport, and then they want $18.95 for the insurance side. Correct. So I guess I have to ask you to read my policy and tell me if I'm covered.
Your policy, I did check, does provide that coverage.
How do you like that? That's good planning. Well, thank you. How about hours of operation for the Broad Street office?
Sure. Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Tuesday nights and Thursday nights, we stay open to 7. And then during the winter months, we are open on Saturdays to 12.
And you're writing car insurance, the insurance we just spoke about, homeowners insurance, and motorcycle insurance?
Absolutely. The recreational vehicles, travel trailers, motor homes. Then we also have, John and my father, who also has their license to do investments.
Very good. And might I also add antique car insurance, which they've been serving me for a long time. Thank you very much. And thank you for sponsoring the show. We'll be right back with Community Notes with Irma Stevenson.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
Welcome back once again. As I mentioned at the top of the show, we're here at Hill Studio today on a wet, icy day outside, and we've been battling roof drains and roof leaks and everything else that goes along with the fun of winter. But before we go too far, Tim, come on in. We have to let people see Tim. Just come in, Tim. You know, when you read the South Jersey Times, you'll see wonderful pictures if you're online. This guy's been there. He's been photographing me. How many years, Tim? You say 15 years?
15 years. 15 years.
And how much film's the camera carry?
It's all digital now.
All digital, no film. And you've been a photojournalist how many years, Tim?
15, 16 years. Yeah.
You had longer hair when I met you.
It's pretty long now.
Very distinguished. But thank you. Tim's shooting because Bob Shyrock's going to do a little piece on the show. So paper sent Tim out to photograph us. So look for his pictures and look for his byline. He does good work. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
Irma, we had, this program was a little hard to pull together. We have some other issues we have to deal with. We have the water issue in Paulsboro, and we're hoping the next program to have representatives of the DEP join us for a detailed presentation to discussion along with Mayor Hamilton. And may I say, for those who have been following the correspondence into the homes, the governing body, the Department of Environmental Protection, the New Jersey Health Department, Solvay have been working hand in hand to make sure that everything is understood and the public interest is protected and more details are to follow. Hasn't been an easy one, but it's not so much about a problem, it's about how you address it, and this is going to work out just fine. So, Irma, a small town.
John, we're the Red Raiders. We fight anything. We come back from everything. Train derailments, chemicals. We'll still be here on the map.
This water always mixed very well with Scotch.
Well, yeah, maybe we have to.
It was a heavy water.
It's heavy water. Yeah,
it's a good water.
Yes, if I see bubbles floating down the Mansfield Creek, John, I know we're brewing. Yeah. And happy Valentine's Day to everybody in Paulsboro. February 14th, John. Okay. Happy birthdays to Bunny Clegg, Bev Wadding, Bunny Vasali, Liliana Johns, Gary Stevenson Jr., Irene Driver, Mary Scipielli, the Barber triplets, Jason, Ryan, and Elisa, Jim Milstead, Bob Wittig, Shirley Kid Reed, Margie Stevenson, Pete Policino, Diane Bay, Debbie O'Leary, Jean Bay, Linda Filger, Jean Beaksy Maddox.
I'm sorry.
Beaksy. He's one of Walter's friends. He lives in Virginia and loves us on YouTube. Brad Bates, Bonnie Bucko, and William Bootsy Goldman.
Very good.
Happy anniversaries to Terry and Bill Pollinger, Irene and Al Driver, Jack and Ida Otten, Kathleen and Pete Policino, Betty and Ed Swift, Lenny and Mary Curtis, and Stephen and Arlene Clement. Happy birthdays and happy anniversaries. John, we are celebrating February is Black History Month. Paulsboro Recreation Committee will hold their first annual Black History celebration February 21st at Paulsboro High School at 6:30 p.m. Performers are needed. Any performer groups will be chosen, and then 4 will be chosen on a first-come, first-served basis. Mandatory rehearsal will be held February 17th. For more information, contact Councilwoman Jennifer Turner at jturner@paulsboronewjersey.org. Easter egg hunt. Easter will be here in April, John. Paulsboro Recreation.
It's February 6th.
John, I got to keep my Paulsboro people posted on this. 4/19/14 at 10 a.m. at Fort Billings Park, 1 to 8 years. Hoagie sales. Don't always forget our Woodbury Family Moose Center, which is located in Paulsboro and Cook and Elizabeth Avenues. First Saturday every month, 10 a.m., 423-1495. And also, I have a note from Nancy Kabecki, one of the Band of Angels. Irma, what a night we had. Ticket sales sold slowly. We kind of felt nervous. Then a miracle happened. The last 2 weeks before the event, everyone wanted tickets. We filled the hall. This was the Moose Hall. So many special moments followed. Sharon Oswald, former Paulsboro, was diagnosed with ALS. She came home and she just smiled and smiled, many tears of joy and many hugs. I feel so blessed to have been a part of it all. Thank God she is now home in our Paulsboro community with family and friends. So many people reached out. I would need 5 pages to thank you. The Paulsboro Moose was very special too. We left tired, but every joy watching Sharon. And this is from, they would like to express their heartfelt thanks to everyone. Thank you all from the Band of Angels.
Yeah, very
And
nice.
John, this was Paulsboro people helping Paulsboro. Here we go again, right? Right. Don't forget our oyster and ham dinner. St. Paul's United Methodist Church, the corner of Broad and Delaware Streets in Paulsboro, 2:30 to 3:30. Takeouts, $17. 4, 5, 6 p.m. seatings, $20. Call Donna Little at 423-5345. And John, you said this is historic.
Historic.
It makes me feel historic, John. Matinees on Saturdays are 12 cents.
That's why I went out of business.
Well, let me tell you about Mr. Hill. He knew everybody snuck in without a ticket. 12 cents. Walter would meet me in here, so he wouldn't have to pay 12 cents, John. I came here as a little girl, young girl, watching the war news. Oh, that was New Tones, or I forget. It was wonderful. A 5-cent box of candy. We're glad you came for Paul and kept the Hill Theater going, John.
It's been a labor of love. My parents had their first date here. I had my first job as a janitor here, and I still clean the bathrooms, by the way. So not much has changed. Irma, on the ham and oyster dinner, I don't think you gave a date.
Oh, I'm sorry, March 15th, 2014 is Saturday.
That's coming up.
Right. We usually pad at least 50 to 70 gallons of oysters.
Wow.
March 15th. Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Are they New Jersey oysters? Do you know?
You have to look on the can and read.
No, I
it,
asked
John.
because it's a big business. That's
They get them from Philadelphia. They're already shucked, and it takes us about 3 hours to pat them with love.
Pat 'em
and
with
they're
love.
blessed, too.
Very good. That's going to do it for this episode of Eye on Paulsboro. For Fred Buchter behind the camera, for Bill Crane, our producer, who couldn't be with us today, for Irma and myself, Irma.
See you on Broad Street, and go be great.
Until next time.